And happy supermoon, happy pink supermoon. I'm so happy to see you guys here. Adele, Satik, Sherry. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Look, I see these names. I haven't seen them before. So what are we going to do? This, around the full moons, and this is, I put it in my intro video on my channel, are my monthlies. These are my monthlies. And of course I have these Q&As, and I have different things that you could go see. But I'll be working now backwards from the sign of Pisces, that Pisces always has to wait, but this time we will make them go first. Make them go first. Welcome, 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 welcome. Yes, to my living room, to my studio, to my everything. We are okay. This is just a little over a month now that we've been on lockdown. Okay, so and it's a very tough lockdown in Italy. It's quite different in Germany. For example, I have a son in Berlin, and I see pictures of the child in the park right adjacent to the home, and we can't do that. We can't do that. We have police that go around the streets and with a megaphone saying, "Go back home, go back home, go back home." We get to do the food shopping. If I go out running, like I have just about every day, I get pulled over and they tell me just stay close to home. If I walk with the mask on, I won't get stopped, even if I stray a couple of blocks further down. So it's tough, it's tough. But I'm okay. I've been fine. I really do hope that at least in one more month we can get things going. And I understand, I've been watching all of the updates for the United States, and I know it's different in all of the states as well. The nature of the lockdown is, depends on the essential workers, not essential workers. And it seems that some are ghost towns and some are more lively. It's just very, very difficult. And those of you who start feeling a little sick, a sore throat, head cold, chest pain, you'll know what I mean. It's really, really tough this time around. So we are here to see what's going on. So the supermoon. I'm going to start with, ladies and gentlemen, Pisces. So what do I have here, Pisces, for you? I've got the Angel Tarot. I'm going to start with the Angel Tarot, and I'll clarify with another deck. I'll be clarifying with the New Orleans Voodoo Tarot, because the Angel Tarot and the Voodoo Tarot work really, really beautifully together. And then I'll crown the reading with with my runes. So let's see what's in store for Pisces. Here we go. Well, Pisces, you've got something coming up which has to do with communication, and there is a creative element to the month of April for you. There is a bone of contention that you will be, if not directly with someone, you will be having this with a person, but even not in person, it could be at a distance, these thoughts that are communicated between you. And who could that be? It could be a water sign. It could be a water sign in relation to a person who holds a flame for you, who carries a flame for you, Pisces. Let's see what's coming up more. Yeah, and that situation with this person is going to sort of not come to a head, but there will be an extension, one to the other. At times, not for all of you, Pisces, I see that that extension could be like an olive branch, and for other Pisces, it may not be as personal. Like I said, there's a difference between those who see each other eye to eye and those looking at each other, and those who are at a distance. But there is a certain amount of movement in the month of April for you. The month of April for Pisces, I don't want to say that it's unblocked, because there is this Eight of Swords here that does talk about staying put, as if people in your midst have to stay at a distance. Of course, these are the times, but you can actually say with these Three of Coins that there is a spiritual element, communication between you. Now, it's very strong. I can see that it's very strong. There is a water sign, a fellow water sign, the water signs are Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, a fellow Pisces, or someone who has water that is strong in their chart. So let me take a look at, let me take a look at some of the cards to clarify, because the Three of Coins here is talking to me in a different way with respect to the rest of this spread, Pisces. And whereas I have messages coming in for you, and as I said, I'm seeing the two-pronged response during the month of April for you, Pisces. There are those which will be communicating face to face because the person is in your immediate realm. But then there are those who have a distance and not even communicating by phone. It is just energy, but there is a very strong bond there, and you will know what I'm talking about. Let me take a look at this page here, the Page of Wands. And I've got Pedro, and you bet your bottom dollar there is a fiery creativity here. Look, Pisces, those of you who have something on the back burner, but it's not that far back, that you're working on. It could be a book, it could be a project, a creative project in terms of changing the nature of your work. You will get feedback from someone, Pisces, that will make it possible to see that, yes, my golly, you're on the right path, you're doing the right thing. It gives you a sense that you're actually going in the right direction. Now, I'm going to take a card here. You got l'Étoile. Okay. Now, this Eight of Swords does yield this Étoile in the Voodoo Tarot of New Orleans. It's a beautiful deck. And it talks about the moments being propitious, actually, for you to stay put, because it is that distance. For those of you who have that energy there, it's going to be very propitious in bringing you together again, Pisces, with that. Possibly a water sign, could be another sign. I'm going to take the runes here, and let's see what they have to say. Let's see what they have to say. And this is the way they've come out. All right. Okay. Now, look, Pisces, I have to say that, let's say, okay, I said there were two different energies, one face-to-face and one not face-to-face, but whatever it is, I've got the beginning here of something extremely, extremely bonding. I start with the Wunyo, the rune of joy, and then York Berkana. It is the actual beginning of something, even if you've known them for a long time. Pedro opens the energy ways for communication at a distance between you, and there is intuition on both parties. It's as if you're putting on your thinking cap, the light bulb over your head is on, and the waves are moving right back and forth. There is weird, the nameless, faceless rune, I call it, and both of you want to do things your way. You're weighing the pros, weighing the cons. Could I ever possibly live with them? What if we do live together? And my God, what will that mean? It's going to get terrible. They're just going to want to sit in front of the TV and watch TV. And I'm not a person to be in habits. I can't stand a habit life. And I really need my space and all of that. These are going to be weighed. These thoughts on both sides. I've got Manats out here, and if you take a look, Manats, does look like two Wunyos face to face. This is humanity, but I'm seeing this as the couple. I'm seeing this as the couple, and Awats does talk about moving forward. Look, Pisces, I think that we can say that this is a stepping stone month for you, Pisces, because you can't say, okay, we're dotting our I's and crossing our T's, because that's not going to be the sensation or the energy that you feel this month. What you will feel, though, is definitely the fact, Pisces, that there is something moving, even if it's at the level of even if energy is the most important thing. So now let me go down to Aquarius. Aquarius, let's see what's in store for you, Aquarius. Let's see what's in store for you, Aquarius. Aquarius, Aquarius, Aquarius. Where art thou, Aquarius? Woo! Sorry about that. Aquarius, Aquarius, Aquarius. Where art thou, Aquarius? Look at this beautiful candle. If you can see it, it's all painted, hand-painted, and it was a gift from my son and his girlfriend. And it has soy wax with essential oils in it. The scent is essential oils. It is absolutely fantastic for my sense of smell. So Aquarius, what is in store for you? What is in store for you? All right, well, we've got, up against a wall, What am I doing? Where am I going? Am I seeing everything clearly? These are the things you're asking yourselves. You may be involved with an earth sign. The earth sign are Taurus. Earth signs are Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. This could be, or if not, it's the energy of taking slow steps, very slow steps, and considering something that has been going on for a while with another person where they seem to be a sparring partner for you. Here too, I'm seeing that there's a tendency for you not to want to go forward with that person, possibly an earth sign, but hallelujah, hallelujah. This is definitely a very, very strong a spiritual pull. And for me, when I say strong spiritual pull, that means that it is electric, that it is all about love. And what did we say? Love? Did we say love? The Lover's card is right here. What does that tell us, Aquarius? Look, if I say the incoming card is the Seven of Cups, the Angel deck, okay? Now this is the Angel Tarot. And the Angel Tarot it's not a mirror there, but it is a sheet, it's a veil. And the veil as a symbol in the ages, in history, has always been something that makes you see, but doesn't make you see. At times you feel like you see, and at times you don't feel like you see. And it's that's going to be thought about the entire month. Am I sure? Are they who I think they are? Is what I feel the truth? And this will cause, of course, some stasis, stepping in your stones, not stepping in your stones, keeping in your tracks, and being a little, wary of whether to go forward and trying to weigh the pros and the cons. Let me take a look with this New Orleans Tarot and see what I can see with that for that Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is always a card that you can see in that card there's the blindfold, and of course a blindfold is not wanting to move forward because not having the clear picture. So once we know that, we can see more clearly if we open up, and let me take it from the top of the deck. Okay, Santeria. And what do we have here? This is this card is telling you, look, Oya says, you need to step back, take a look, because you're not seeing the forest for the trees. Once you step back and take a big step back, Aquarius, you'll be much better. You'll have a greater sight and greater insight. I'm going to take a look at that. Two cards have come out for the Seven of Cups. And I've got the 13, the deaths, and this is a major arcana, and Santeria Santera. Look, I've got here, it's Obviously clarifying the Seven of Cups, and it's talking about needing to heal, needing to go within and not without, because once the veil is put before you, it's not allowing you to see, get the clear picture. And here it tells you that it's time to completely turn things around and start anew. Not, mind you, not in terms of this person who could possibly be an earth sign that you may be involved with, or the person that you see eye to eye with. No, it has to do with yourself trying to heal, trying to go within and start a healing process that will make it possible for you to then be able to see more clearly. Let's take the runes here and see what they have to say to us. All right, this is a give and take situation. Look, this is a definite give and take situation, Gifu. And what you are thinking, Gifu, Aquarius, what you're thinking is surely what they are thinking. However, Lagus Merkstave tells you, Aquarius, look, it's not going to be easy. This month is like it was for Pisces, a stepping stone. But for you, Aquarius, it is more of a month of mea culpa, going within. Need talks about the absolute necessity to go within. And Ingvats. Ingvats gives us a little light at the end of the tunnel. And it tells you, okay, Aquarius, look very hard. Because once you'll be able to go within, there will be a piercing light that will go right through Ingvats and shine your way. I hope this was of help to you, Aquarius, because, you know, with the combination of these type of tarot decks, this angel and the I was going to say the Los Angeles, the New Orleans Voodoo Tarot, they really speak clearly together. So now let's go from Aquarius and let's go to Capricorn. Capricorn, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what's in store for you, Capricorn. Let's see what's in store for you, Capricorn. Okay. Capricorn, what's in store for you? Capricorn, what is in store for you, Capricorn? Who's coming toward you? What's going on? What's leaving you? What is inside that little head of yours, Capricorn, that needs clarifying? All right, well, right away they talk about time. They talk about time. They talk about your involvement with possibly an air sign. The air signs are Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, another sign, Aquarius. And it looks like to me that time is of the essence on the one hand, in order for you to get what you want. It's telling you, be patient, Capricorn. Be patient, Capricorn. You are going to get there. It is not a direct line, but it's a hop, skip, and a jump before you get it. And not only, there's quite an interesting spread here for you, Capricorn, because I have also things coming your way. If you put feelers out, if it's for a job, you put feelers out, you're going to start getting answers this month in April. If you put feelers out because you want to buy a house and you're looking for a certain particular bit of real estate, that's going to come out. Some suggestions will be coming out. You're guarding your finances. You're very, very meticulous in knowing when to spend and when to hold back. And you're careful with that. And I also have here a potential involvement with an earth sign, a fellow earth sign, which is Taurus, Virgo, or a fellow Capricorn person. And it's quite interesting. The spread is beautiful with this 9 of Cups, absolutely, telling you that you need to be patient. The Temperance card is there because it isn't, like I said, a direct line to get what you want, but it really, really is a hop, skip, and a jump. Okay, so you're not going to be the party girl or boy and spend and offer your friends drinks because you're sort of keeping your hands in your pockets. We have a saying in Italy for the Genovese. They say, the people from Geneva, they say they have short arms because their arms aren't long enough to get their hands in their pockets and take the money out and pay. I think that's so cute. They have short arms. Well, in this month, this is a month that Capricorn, you may have short arms because you want to spend little because you have a goal in mind. I'm going to take this on the Four of Coins, and I have Godet la Flambeau, and you know, it's as if I see that you're cautious. Okay, Capricorn, you are cautious. What else do I see though? I'm seeing that you are literally dancing with your shadow, as if you're not playing with fire. It's not playing with fire because you're cautious. But I see that it is as if you are risking. You do want to risk, and your goals are very risque. They really, really are. I think that I'm going to have to say that you are playing a game, which is almost like a race against time, but you're being cautious, and you're going to put all your money on one number or on one bet, and that alone makes it sort of risque, but you have the strength of your convictions, Capricorn, you really do, and I see that as being very, very important for you. I'm going to take the runes. Let me just take a card from under the deck so I can see this this page, what the page is trying to tell me, the Page of Wands. This is Courir le Mardi Gras. This is a festive card. Look, I'm seeing that the news you get in, the information concerning the job that you put in for, or the house that you're looking for, or something similar, that is going to be a moment of celebration. Definitely. Big time, too. All right. Now, I have to say that this is the third reading, right? The third reading that I did, well, 3 times in a row, I've got this nameless, faceless rune. Weird. Hard-headed, I can say. Yes. I see that there is a bit of the truth, that, you know, the convictions, the truth of your convictions. You want that and you're going for it. No ifs, ands, and buts, Capricorn. And that's fine. You know, we all have our strengths, our weaknesses. And however, in this month, Hagal here is telling you that you have to look within. You really do have to look within. Correct course. You've got to correct certain ways of thinking, certain objectives if you're not seeing any results. I've got Pedro here now. Pedro is Merkstave, is in reverse. And this tells me that you're not going to be the brightest that you usually are this month. You're not going to have your high intuition that you usually have. You are going to maybe miss certain messages. You want to keep your eyes open for that. But Rido tells you, go, 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 girl, and go, boy, because this is the time when you've got to get what you want. Do not sway from what you want. And it's interesting to see this, Capricorn, because like I said, these 2 tarot decks work wonders together. And when they answer so clearly like this, it's a joy for me to even be able to give you these messages. And so I hope that was of help for you, Capricorn. Now let's go to Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Wow, what is going on? What is going on for Sagittarius? Sagittarius. 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 Okay. Look what I've got. We've got the hurry up and wait. Hurry up and wait card. Hurry up and wait. I've got you right here. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, I've got you here. I've got you here, Sagittarius, the King of Wands. But I've got here the Four of Swords. It's like the hurry up and wait. And these two, I've got the Six of Swords. Definitely something is coming up, but they are telling you that you have to prepare yourself because you're going somewhere, and it will clarify that to see where that is and what that's all about. Grow. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. 3 are major arcana. No, sorry, 2 are major arcana. But before I have this Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Wands is such a strong card of action. And right before I have, right after that, I have the Chariot card. When I say you're going places, and this came up, the Empress. Look, there is a creative streak here, and this might be a month, Sagittarian friends, where you may make a huge jump, a quantitative and qualitative jump in your career, definitely. But also in the hearts of the person the heart of the person or persons that you are interested in. They could be persons, it could be people who you want to not impress, but who you want to draw near to you. And in that sense, for example, it could be someone who has dropped off the grid, who you are no longer communicating with, but they mean so much to you. And this is important for you. And it looks like that this is the time that that's going to happen. But like I said, there's something here that you need to prepare for, because down the line, probably next month, this will be coming up. Let's take a look at that 6. Let's take a look at that 6. Let's see. Oh, we've got Oshun and we've got Obatala. Look, it looks like to me that there is a sort of hide-go-seek energy to these cards. And why I'm saying that is it's a project. It's a personal project that you've tucked away. No one knows about. And I'll give you an example. Say that you are let's say that you are an infotech person at different levels. It could be a low level, could be a high level, science, whatever. But you have created a new program, a new app, something that will take the world by storm, you know. And this is something that will, the longer that you keep it under wraps, Sagittarius, the greater the boom will be after it comes out. I'm going to take here some cards on the 4 here, the 4 of Swords. The 4 of Swords. All right, look at this. We've got Yemaya, all right, Yemaya, and we've got the Empress as well. They are mirroring each other, these cards, and this is a project, definitely a project, creative project. Or this could be a birth for those of you who are expecting or who want to have a birth. This may be the month either that you are told that you will have a child, or that you actually conceive, and you'll know that further down the line. And deluge. Deluge does talk about an overwhelming situation, something that will completely change your life that happens, something that is that you didn't expect, something that will, how can I say, take you off guard, catch you off guard. But let's get more clarity, Sagittarius, from these runes here. Okay. We've got, yeah, definitely. It does look like some kind of, oh, Jesus, I've never seen such tremendously successful runes here and shouting success. This is Gifu, give and taken. Those words that I said about a child and conception is absolutely supported by this, but also the projects that you are birthing, that you're bringing forth, that you're not the only one working on, is favored by this. Look, I've got here Tyr and I've got Sohilo, both of them. This points to success, and this is the success. And it is a sun card. There's the sun here. Look, however, I've got Hagal, and Hagal always is a rune that tells you, it's a rune that pulls up the mirror and makes you look at yourself right in the balls of your eyes. And it tells you, look, Sagittarius, if there's one little peep, one little section, one little thing that you're not sure about, go over it, because you're in the midst of success here. You're going to be winning big time. You're going to be making it big time. Down the line, it may not be in the month of April, but you're preparing the groundwork for that. And I really like the way these cards look for you, Sagittarius. So now we're going to Scorpio. Scorpio, where art thou, Scorpio? Scorpio. Wet my whistle. Let's see what's in store for you. Let's see what's in store for you. Scorpio. Come out and have a, for those of you who want a more personal take, you might want to think of a personal reading because it would be much more suited to you, or another service. Go visit my website. You can see the information on the screen there. Okay, Scorpio. Look, Scorpio. All right. This is, you are moving along slowly this month. I've got the Knight of Coins. All right. And it is a movement, but it's a slower movement. Why? Because of late there was something that had happened to you, Scorpio, matters of the heart, that you just don't know how to deal with. You really don't know how to deal with. And you are taking things from different angles and trying to understand them and trying to, you go through these motions every day. You think, well, they said, but then I said, but then they said, but then I said, how much is my fault? What is their fault? And it goes round and round and round, and it never seems to come to a head. But then I've got this tremendously fast Knight here, this Knight of Swords. And let's say that there is here a desire, a deep down burning desire to reach who? A fire sign, okay? A fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. And who is so much, so important for you. And the issue here is that the hurt, but not really, it's not pain. You're not dying, you're not dying, it's just pain. Okay. So it's a little pain, but we've been in pain before, and probably with that same kind of person or someone similar, or that situation was similar. But what I'm looking at here is that stop-go energy, Scorpio. You would like to do something, but then you have to take a step back because you're not sure. You think you've done enough. You're sure you've done enough, but I thought I made myself clear. Don't they know how I feel? Don't they know? This is what you're thinking. And so you're reluctant to communicate further on the one hand, and you don't want to be turned down on the other. Now, this scene can be carried over to a situation on the workplace or in a career or anything to do with finances, because these are people who are around you, who work with you, who just don't support your efforts. Now, I'm going to go right to the heart of the matter, this 3 there. And yeah, okay, I've got it. Le flambeau. That is, it really is painful. And let's say within the span of 24 hours, 23 are spent on a thing, because even your night time is going back, and there's echoes there's symbols there that point to this person or this situation. And it seems that you're on a hamster wheel, the windmills of your mind are going over, back and over, back and back and back and back. And you need, and this is Gambalai Wedo, look, this is going to be a time where you really have to shed it. You've got to shed your skin. It's, you know, I look at April for you. I'm looking at April for you, Scorpio, as a time when you know that there's work to be done on yourself, healing, because you're getting negative results with what you do, and probably things that you've done in the past and are repeated, but it's not going forward. And you got that, and you're ready for that. But, you know, there's a certain, from the bottom of the deck, there is a certain, Simbi Le Flambeau, there's a certain desire here to want to change, and you're unsure if you can change, or how much can I, you know, can you teach an old dog new tricks, you know, as the saying goes. And you think, but yes, you know, but that person really makes me feel like I'm the best of myself. When I'm with them, I feel like I'm the best of myself. I'm the best, you know. And this alone, it's sort of like a reflexive thought pattern. You're thinking, I feel like they are important to me because I feel good and I give my best. You know, so there's this sort of turn back to you sort of energy. But having said that, and there is a circular pattern, there is the desire to shed some of the old skin and bring something new into the mix. I'm going to take the runes now, and I like this. I like the way this looks to me. And on the one hand, but I do understand, Scorpio, that this shedding business, the idea of shedding skin, is very frightful, because change is frightful. But change is also part of life. It is also part of life. And believe me when I say that the universe has your back with Aljit's here. And we all have your back, Scorpio. We are all with you. You will be face to face with them on a level that is not just me and you and me. It's on a level of being of a planet. You both have such gifts to give the world. And in that light, it is in that context that the togetherness is of importance. This is 30 sats, and every time I say, you fuck you, 30 sats, excuse me for my French, every time it comes out, and it's upside down, it's Merkstave. And what this tells me is you can't not do the work, Scorpio. You have to go through the motions, Scorpio, because it's not going to work. You've got to enact a certain amount of change. But having said that, we've got Lagos here. Lagos, and it is bright stave. It is a piece of cake. It will be smooth sailing for you. And these cards look good. This is as if, you know, okay, you've got your business, you've got your homework cut out for you, Scorpio. All right, swallow, take it down, grin, bear it, and we'll do it and move on. So let's see. Now we are on the side. Hello, everybody. We're on the sign of Libra. So let's get down to business, Libra. Let's get down to business, Libra. Let me wet my whistle, otherwise I won't be able to talk. I won't be able to talk. I won't be able to talk. I'll get the timestamps after the video goes up, so we'll have to wait about a half hour after the video goes up for YouTube to process it. It's always a wait. Let's see, Libra. We're halfway down the ladder here. Libra. Let's see, Libra. Oh, when we say love, when there's the beginning of something here, you guys, Libra friends, the beginning of something. There's the beginning of a relationship. There's the beginning of a beautiful relationship with the Six of Wands. This is something that is birthed in the month of April. Something that starts in this month. You guys, it's going to be important. We've got the Strength card. Must I say more? We've got the High Priest. This is a match made in heaven. Right. We do have the Four of Coins, and the Four of Coins is, I'm staying in my corner, you staying in your corner. I'm not sure. I've given enough in the past. I'm not sure if I want to give any more. But, we've got the Wheel of Fortune here. And that's 1, 2, 3 major arcana. Excuse me for banging things here. 3 major arcana out of 6 cards here. And, the Six of Wands and the Ace, the success, the beginning of love. And, of course, a certain amount of fear, which is understandable, especially if this is not your first rodeo. So let me take a look. This looks really, really, really interesting, Libra. I mean, super, super interesting. We've got the promise, because this is a promise of something coming your way. Let me put it on a different plane. Let me put it on in a different context. If this is playing out in business, you are being made an offer. It's going to be very, very successful. It's going to make you have greater self-confidence and even probably a few more dollars and cents in your pocket. It will be something you'll absolutely love, even though you're afraid of leaving where you are right now, but you have no fear, because what you're going toward is going to be successful. So let me start by taking a card or two on this Four of Coins. Okay, I have Santeria, Okshozi, the 10, and a Petro Mambo. Look, I've got here, they're telling you to take risk. They're telling you to take a risk, Libra. Have no fear. Have no fear. Love is here. And when I say love is here, I'm talking even about your work situation, because you've got to love what you want, what you're doing. When there's the atmosphere of a loving atmosphere, when you walk into a room, you have an interview, you walk into the room and you get this really good sensation. That's a spiritual high. That is love. I call it love. I extend it to love. I'm going to take from the bottom of the deck this Six of Wands. Look at that magic mirror. This is one of the most beautiful cards in this deck, the 18th major arcana of this deck. And it is all about taking a review of, there's a certain tension here, Libra. There's a certain tension in terms of what you desire, what is coming, and where you've come from. And you're at the crossroads of these three. And what is interesting is that tension makes it possible for you to give the event, the context, such high drama that you think you're the only person that this is happening ever to, and it makes your situation so grand because you need to ponder it. But you really need to see through that and understand that this is just one of many, many challenges, one of many changes that life is going to be offering you, Libra. Let's take a look at the runes and see what they have to add here. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so look, ice and rain. You do have a certain amount of protection from algaes. This is a protective rune. So let's say if you have some fear, don't worry, just go for it. And a need. This is the rune of need, and it does take a little bit of practice here, a little bit of effort in terms of you looking at the situation from every corner, of course, but also not outward, but inward, assessing what things would mean for you in relation to the situation, in relation to the person. Absolutely, this is Isa. Absolutely do not adapt too much to the situation, whereby you would lose your very personality. No, you need to be able to remain who you are and remember who you are. But definitely this is Urus Merstev, and it tells you take that bull by the horns and go for it. Go for it. Because fortune favors the bold, Libra, as the saying goes. And we don't want to miss any opportunities, of course. So go for it, go for it, go for it, Libra. Now, what are we going to do next? We're going to take a breather. I'm going to take a breather. And we're going to go to Virgo. Virgo. Let's see. Where art thou? This is for Virgo. All right. Let's see what's in store for Virgo. Let's see what's in store for Virgo. Let's see what's in store. You know, I'm always so surprised when somebody puts a thumb down, and I'm wondering, maybe they didn't hear what they wanted to hear. Or maybe they just didn't care for the way I read. Or maybe they just got off the wrong side of the bed, poor person. What can I say? What can I say? Virgo. Virgo, my lovely sister, may she rest in peace, was a Virgo. I have a very difficult relationship with Virgos. So my lovely cousin is a Virgo as well. But when we know, we laugh about it now. All right, let's see. Virgo. Virgo, why am I so quiet? I've got things here that are extremely, extremely important. Virgo, this is a moment of taking a step back and taking your time. Taking a step back. This is the Hermit card. Taking a step back and taking your time, Temperance, in order for you to come up rejuvenated and enlightened, because this is what you're looking for. You are looking for enlightenment. You are seeking the truth. You're seeking a truth. We'll take a look and see what type of truth that is. In 1, 2 major arcana. This is the third. We've got the star there, the star, and of course we've got the coins, the Knight of Coins, and what happens with the Hermit when the Knight of Coins comes out. It talks about taking your time even more. Taking your time, but not necessarily standing still, even though the outgoing card is the Eight of Swords. This is the third time it's come up in these readings. Even though there is that Eight of Swords, but it's telling you to be generous with the time that you take away from your normal routine and the people who normally surround you, because you need guidance that only the star can give you and only the Hermit mode can afford you afterwards. And if only we looked at these 3 cards, the Hermit, the Temperance card, and the Star, these tell you we need to go within. We need the time it takes, and you will be coming out with major guidance, with greater guidance towards making a literal qualitative jump spiritually. But, there is caution, and there is a sense of not wanting to go forward here. Let's take a look and see what that is all about, Virgo. Let's see what that is all about, Virgo. Okay, let's see. Let us see. Okay, we've got Legba, Radha, Legba, and Gada. All right, Gada, Radha. Look, it is, it's as if, I'm sure that many of you, I know I did when I was a child. I had an altar by my bed, and of course, and everybody used to laugh at me, but my sisters did. But then, I still have my altar here in front of me. But these cards are telling you, Virgo, now is a time where you really need to ponder those moments, the highs and the lows of your life, and understand what actually happened when you felt loss. Was it truly loss? Or was it a transformation? It was a transformation of the way you considered love. It was a transformation of how you viewed a certain person. It was a transformation of how you considered relationships to be. It could have been a transformation of the very nature of work and what work means to you. And, you know, it's a time, Virgo, that is important for us to also understand those that are around us, our tribe, the people who are part of our family, our closest friends and relatives who mean so much to you, because they seem to be apart from a situation that concerns either work or another, a relationship beyond the home, beyond your tribe. And so you have these three points of a triangle. Your tribe, your family, and your tribe, a person in business and a person in your love and emotional sphere. And they are three separate realms, you know, and you are considering them that, and you want them to stay like that. And for the month of April, they need to be separate, because you're not going to be able to coincide, to reconcile all three of them. And apparently, recently, a situation that involved a romantic issue did spill over into a professional issue, either because you were so hurt and you were unable to work, or because it was a partner in crime, a business partner, and your work suffered because there was a breakup. But there was a sort of, you know, mixing of levels, and you're suffering for that now. But know that April is bringing you guidance in that sense. Let me take a look at the runes for you, Virgo. It really does look like, well, of course, we've got Hagal and Hagalas or Hagal. Of course, what does that mean? It means that that we are going to go within. We know we have the Hermit. We are going to go within. But what else does it mean? It also means that if you go within, Björk Berkana is Merkstave, and that tells you that you can't go without. You cannot go forward. You will be doing that further down the line. Although Rito does tell you, and it's right over the Hermit there, and talks about moving forward by simply in analyzing, studying, and thinking about what has occurred. Hagal is akin to need, and it talks about taking the time to weigh the options, taking the time to see where you went wrong, as opposed to what happened in the context. I see Keynotes is Merkstave, and this also tells you that there's something you're not seeing, and that something is what you need to be focusing on and trying to make it emerge in any way you can, whether by meditation or by simply thinking, sitting and thinking. But we've got this beautiful two runes, this Unyo and Soilo, that do talk of the month bringing you such joy and such success in making clarity of a situation, Virgo. Very interesting this is, and it's going to be not an easy month for you, because it's never easy to, withdraw and start to think again and again and over again things that may have caused pain. It's not an easy month, but it is worth it from what I'm seeing and what I'm looking at. It is worth it. So now we are going down to Leo. We're going to Leo. Leo friends. Leo friends, all of you who are sticking around, let's see. We've got Leo, then we've got Leo, then we've got Cancer, Gemini, Taurus, and Aries. Blessed be the last, or how is it in English? May the last be the first. Let's see. We have Leo. We're going backwards. Leo, then we have Cancer, then we have Gemini, then Taurus, then Aries. Leo. Let's see what's in store for you, Leo. Okay, here you are. You come right out. There you are. The King of Wands. Woman or man? 9 of Cups. Look, this is an important month. Any way you want to look at it, any way you want to cut it, any other cards that come out, it may not change that, and it will not, because I have the Queen of Coins. Now, look, you may be involved with an earth sign, Leo. The earth signs are Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, and this is a matter of trying to see, what is it that you wish? What exactly is it that you wish? And what I'm looking at is a hanged man here, a hanged man that comes right before the King of Swords. Now, the King of Swords does point us to another to the water signs, to the air signs. So, Leo, you may be involved either with an earth sign or a water sign. The water signs are Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. And look at this, the Page of Coins, the Page of Coins. My gut here, my very gut here is telling me that there's something, Leo, that you want to tell someone. There's a bit of communication that you want to make, that you want to extend to someone, that is quite difficult to do. And I mean, with the Nine of Cups here, I can only say you don't have anything to worry about. But of course, we've got this Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man does always tell us, please take a look, take a hard look, and take a look backwards, forwards, and try to see what exactly is bothering you on this. And what I'm seeing are really important cards here. This is the 7 major arcana there. This is the Dance, and this is the 19th, which is Gros Bon Ange, which is akin to the Universal Tarot. It looks like, to me, Leo, the fire in your veins is burning for a situation that is never, it's not like any other situation that you've ever had. This is what you're thinking in the month of April. It looks like to me, Leo, that you do want to make you want to give something. You want to give that person something because you're so happy that they are with you now. Even if this is not a romantic situation, ladies and gentlemen, I'm looking that even if it is a person who you do business with, or a person that you are trading with, or a person that you do any kind of business with, it looks like to me that they mean so much to you that you really want to sort of create a stronger bond legally by either signing a contract or offering them stock or something in your company, or something like that. And it looks like really there's a decision to be made. But in the month of April, Leo, the cards are telling you to look at all of, read between the lines. This is what I'm looking at. Read between the lines and see if there's something that you're missing before this 9 of Cups situation can come about, which will occur in the month of April. But it looks like that you can't let something go without contemplating it all. I've got some really interesting things here. My God. Look, Leo. Okay, fine. We've got the 9 of Cups. We do have Wunyo. This is joy. Joy squared. This is the ultimate, the best thing that you could hope for. Now, Dayeg is here talking about a pattern. It seems that you are weighing something that it's as if, if you've ever given birth to a child and you look at the child, your firstborn, say, and you look at the child and you think, oh my God, I know that person. I've seen that face. The same is here. You've got this bond. It's like a karmic bond with a person, either on the job or in the romantic field, emotionally speaking, where you need absolutely to never forget that you are walking on your own 2 feet, The universe does have your back with IWATS, and Keynotes is Bright Stave, and it does see that, it's just like an eye, it does say that, look, you got to keep your eyes wide open on something like that. Just like the Hanged Man, you have to go within. You've got to look at all of the sides of the coin. And remember, just like you want to stay on your own 2 feet, you've got to do things the way you want. Never forget that, even if you're very eager to go forward. Ingvats tells us there's an opening here. Do you want it? Take it. Now's the time to do that. This is something, this is sort of like a rite of passage. You don't get another time. You don't get another, opportunity knocks once. This is knocking for you. And you've got the key here to a future that is probably going to be radically different from your present life. And of course, this entails for everyone usually fear, but I'm not seeing fear here. I'm seeing, yes, that caution with the Hanged Man. And I'm seeing that, they're actually saying, yes, don't, make sure that you're reading between the lines. But I have to say, Leo, there is really no fear. So I would say you can be calm with this month of April for you, Leo. Let's go down to Cancer. Let's see, Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Cancer, 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 Cancer. We're rounding up, ladies, all of those, and gentlemen, the people, the Aries, all the patient Aries that usually aren't patient, waiting for the very end. Let's see, Cancer, Cancer. What's in store for you, Cancer? Cancer, Cancer, this lovely water sign. What's in store for you? You're going to, whether you're on lockdown, whether you are on an island all by yourself, look at these cards. My God. You're learning such an important lesson this month because there's a lot of time that you spend thinking about things that have happened in the past and how in the past you haven't understood or you thought you understood them, your actions, your past actions, and you're starting to see them in a different light, in a more spiritual light, we can say. This is the World card, and it looks like, for the World card, we always say in tarot speak that the World card brings us full circle. All right. It's not that we're a child and we're going back to being a child, but it does mean that you're going back to seeing the world through a child's eyes. And for me, this is extremely beautiful. Wait, let me get it all out. But of course, there's got to be some rotten apple here. Extremely beautiful. And of course, we've got this, I knew the rotten apple was coming. The Five of Swords, and this talks about some regrets. It does talk about regrets. And however, even though the regrets are there, I've got this mirroring effect with the actions. And you always still see them as actions being made out of love. Out of love for a certain person, and it could be a fellow water sign here or an earth sign. The water signs are Cancer, Scorpio or Pisces, and the earth signs are Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. So it looks like there is it seems like for April, Cancer, it's not that you're seeing your world your life in review. No, that's not the case. You do seem certain. You see certain things that are very important to you in review. And you reason with yourself, trying to remember why you did certain things. And you go through every single second of the movie. It's as if you're watching a movie and you go frame by frame, going forward and understanding what happened then and when I started to perspire and then when I raised my voice and then I did this. So you have a lot of time to think about that. And even if you don't have the time to think about it, it looks like you will be thinking about that this month. And it is going to be very propitious because you're going to get a lot of understanding about yourself. And you will forgive yourself. And I've got these regrets here. I've got these ancestors. Okay. and Radha Agve. And, you know, what when you have regrets, you know, there's a saying, never live with regrets. Don't ever live with regrets. Well, you know, life is not perfect and we are not perfect. So there are, you know, I could have wished, you know, I wish I would have finished those piano lessons because I love the piano, you know. What I'm looking at here is that you are going deep. There's a deep-rooted notion here of why you did certain things the way you did. And you go and think about your fathers, forefathers, their fathers, your mother, her mother, her mother, and you try to see a certain lineage of occurrences and why things, you're trying to make sense of why things happen and why certain things have happened to you. And in the energy world, when we try to do that, we usually go through something like hypnosis. We do past life regression in order for the person to bring the person to emerge by themselves and point out to themselves why certain things have occurred. And you're doing this as if it were a lucid dream. You're not doing it through hypnosis. And although it's not painful, it does have a very slow process to it. And this is the month of April, where you would have liked to have people close to you, but many of them are not. Like I said, the earth sign and the water signs may be the persons you are dealing with most in that respect, in this regard. Let me take the runes and take a look at what they have to add. Oh, we've got beautiful, beautiful Diag, of course. Yes, 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 every time, every time, every time, every time, every time. All right, look, we can start by saying the thoughts that you will entertain are thoughts of joy, thoughts of love in relation to others, okay, and how it went wrong, why it went wrong, what did I do? So those are positive in nature. Now, like I said, you're going to be thinking of your father, their father, and his father, your mother, you know, so you're going back in time and trying to make sense of, trying to get karmic sense, make karmic sense out of it, and going within. But the Hagal here is telling you that it's not the superficial musings, it's not the superficial thoughts about what happened. It's something that's within you that you are not seeing, and that needs to come up, and it will, and it will. But again, Isa tells you, do not ever try to change your very nature, because people were in love with you. They are in love with you because of who you are. Remember that. Lagas is a rune, it bright stave, it's upright, and it tells you that this whole process during the month of April is very smooth flowing and will bring you joy and peace, actually. And it will help you in the future of your days. It will help you look down the line and sort of live a little better in relation to these stories that you have regrets for, that you still harbor regrets for, and you don't forgive yourself very much for having done things in a certain way. But this is life, Cancer, and we have to remember that we can't be perfect, and sometimes we really need to forgive ourselves. Everything happens for a reason, and maybe we should try to focus on what those reasons are, and why that happened. So let's go down to Gemini. Gemini, air sign Gemini. Let me pour myself some water. Air sign Gemini. Let's see. Air sign Gemini. What's in store for you for the month of April? What's in store for you for the month of April? Gemini. Okay. Okay, so we said Gemini's air, of course, and I could say I've got people here. I've got a lot of people. I've got the Queen of Cups, I've got the Queen of Coins, and I've got the King of Swords. Now, of course, this is you, Gemini. Of course, that's you. But I'm reluctant to say, Gemini, that you may be involved with a water sign or an earth sign. Let's say it could be a possibility. I'm not reading it that way. Of course, the water signs are Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, and the earth signs are Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. But what I'm looking at is a situation, Gemini, where you may have two people in your life, and they have an equal meaning for you. They have equal value for you. And this might be a month where that comes to the fore. Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly. What did I get here? 3 cards. I've got the card of high spirituality. I call this the second yes card in the tarot deck, the Ace of Coins. And this is exactly the case. You're caught between two flames, as they say in Italy. The Death card here and the Hermit. It's as if you are bringing yourself to a period. And April next, this Christmas is this Sunday is Easter for those of you who celebrate that. There's Passover in this area, in this period. I mean, this is a moment when spiritual occurrences, age-old spiritual occurrences in the scriptures are reminding us of certain things. And the onset of a new season takes its toll on your very being. And it's not... Gemini, not saying that you're having an existential crisis. This is not the case. What I'm looking at is that you're pondering, why did I choose this person when I did? And why did I think of that person? Why do I care for that other person so much as well? Is it possible that we're not meant to be and live 2 by 2 by 2 like Noah's Ark and his animals on the ark? Is it true that we are love beings of light, who give off our light to others? And what is light? Light is a love that we bestow. And these are the things that you are going to be thinking about, Gemini. So much so that they're going to actually bring you to a feeling of complete change in your life. And it may alter the very core of your being. It may completely change you forever, Gemini, completely, forever. Let's see. And it will. Look at this. And it will. This is amazing. I say something, they come out. This is Damalawe Do and Simbi Le Flambeau. These are revitalizing cards. These are cards that shed their skin. You like a worm turns into a butterfly. This is the snake that gets rid of its skin and changes radically. Look at, I have to say that there's the epitome here. Look at that. Look. There is a very highly creative nature to these cards, to the notion of change, to the notion of rebirth here. Because what I'm looking at is Gemini, you as a person in this month who are seriously considering, even if only in your mind, not outwardly to others, but you're going to set yourself a new book of rules and a new set of standards. It's going to be called the Gemini Book of the Gemini Testament, the Gemini Book of Rules, and it's going to completely alter the way you see others, the way you teach your children, the way you interact with colleagues. The very, very new. There's something new that's being created here, and of course, this is not without its difficulties. We know that when change comes, we have to take consequences. We have to bear the consequences. Now, that being said, I do have manats here, and it does tell us that whatever you create in your cauldron, Gemini, whatever you decide to come up with at the end of the month, it is going to be for the betterment of humanity. And this is a metaphor, but it is the humanity that surrounds you. You do have a very clear notion with Pedro of what you want to do. And you plan to do this in the long run. This is something that's going to start now, but then you will be enacting it with great, great joy. At the risk of losing something, but the real notion here that you want is to create from scratch. You want to start anew, and you will be starting anew. Good for you, Gemini. It looks like you really take that power of conviction and you fly, because what I'm looking at in these cards is a person who has taken, finally, they think, finally, it's time for me now to think. It's time for me to try to understand what went wrong. What am I, how can I course correct? And Gemini, this entire process that I'm looking down here because that's where the runes are. This entire process is you walking step by step and going towards something that is very, very very new you. So let's go down to Taurus now. Taurus, and we're getting around to the end. Taurus. Let's see Taurus. Taurus, what's in store for you? Taurus, what's in store for you, Taurus? What's in store for you, Taurus? Oh, how funny these cards are. Look, when I see this, it's the Nine of Swords. And the Nine of Swords here, we have it sort of like a devil figure with the swords, and a person waking up is a nightmare. In universal tarot speak, it's always a nightmarish card. But we've got the sun after that. You wake up and it was all a bad dream. And then we have the Strength card. And oh my God, I'm so happy that I woke up. I will clarify to see what that's all about, but it's really interesting to see how they come out like this, Taurus. Really very interesting. Very, very interesting. Wow. Oh, I can't say. Okay, so we've got the Ten of Coins, and the Ten of Coins is a highly successful, highly spiritual card. It's probably one of my favorite cards after the Ace of Coins. There's nothing more that you could ask for, spiritually speaking. A very safe foundation, a home, your tribe, your relationship, very, very strong. And the Six of Cups, a return to someone. It could be, but I'm seeing this as a return to a state of mind that brings you a light countenance, a sense of lightness. And to tell you the truth, Taurus here, it looks like to me that you have a lot to be thankful for. And for some reason, there is this sense of fear. And it's almost as if you're afraid you will not wake up. Let's take a look. Okay, all right, we've got, interesting, I'm going to take another from the bottom of the deck here. Okay, I've got these interesting cards here. I've got Rada Hunsis, and Agua le Flambeau, and Loco. These are cards that tell you, okay, you want to shop around. You shop around, okay? You go to the market literally, and you communicate with others. You're communicating with a lot of people, but don't listen to everyone. Bear in mind that there are things you're not seeing, and you really need to follow your star, because it is your, that expression, your heart of hearts. Listen to your heart of hearts. What do you feel in your heart of hearts? That is what is going to guide you. And Taurus, you know, I don't see you as making any mistakes this month. It looks like you're aided by something greater than what you have. And yes, this Six of Cups is a return of someone. It could be as not a romantic flame. It could be a friend that you haven't seen in a long time as well. It could be romantic, but it's talking to me for both. You know, it could be a romantic flame from the past, a romantic partner from the past, or just a friend from the past. And here too I have the ancestors and Étoile. They're both major arcana. This return, the sensation of having a return. You know, for those of you who have a little bit, you know, your jury is still out in terms of religion and in terms of spirituality, in terms of what my thoughts are on the powers, the higher powers. And a lot of you Taurus out there are thinking about that the month of April. There's going to be a bit of clarity there, and you will, at the end, you know, when all is said and done, it looks like to me, Taurus, that you're going to come and say, you know, I can touch this and that's real. I can touch that and that's real. I can touch that and that's real. I can touch this and that's real. But what is the supermoon bringing to you, Taurus? The supermoon is bringing to you the fact that love and what you can touch is your language of love. That's how you give love. That's how you feel love. And that never has to change because that's your very nature. You're an earth sign. Your feet on the ground. Your feet is on the ground. Your feet is on the ground. And I think my connection just went off for a second. So I'm going to continue. Please tell me if you can hear me and if you could hear the reading. Because it looks like that they're telling you, Taurus, do not change because it is your nature of your earth sign nature. The way you think that has to remain the same in order for you to be happy, no matter what your spiritual beliefs are like. Now, can you please tell me, someone in my chat, if you can hear me still? I'd appreciate that because I just had a jump of tension and it looked like my internet connection was off. When we're on lockdown, the internet changes because they, you know, don't make it available as much in this country. I'm getting the rune of joy. That's good. That's fine. I'm getting the rune of joy for you here. And it is absolutely clear that you're, with Awats, you are protected by the universe. Good. You could hear Marguerite. Good. And Fehu talks about abundance. And this could be financial abundance. This could definitely be spiritual abundance. There's no doubt about that. There is Lagos that's Merkstave. And I have to say that when Lagos does come up and it's Merkstave, my heart skips a beat because I think, oh my God, what is it? Why? But it tells you that it will go smoothly, Isa, if you remember that, who you are, what you're made of, Taurus. And if you go and take those steps, thank you, you can all hear me. You take the steps as you need to take the steps. Do not, definitely not adapt to someone else's agenda. And we've got Ingvats here that tells you that you need to fine tune your perception in order to go forward. And part of the perception process is remembering who you are and what things mean to you. Never adapt too much, whereby you see yourself changing. Very interesting, Taurus, this reading is, and very in-depth, very profound. I just wanted to tell you that I got a message on my screen, and this happened 2 days ago when I was doing the Q&A. Your internet connection has turned off, and so it went. But here I saw that just for a moment, it probably was a hiccup. So let's go down to Aries. Aries. Let's see Aries. Aries. What's in store for Aries? Thank you for having patience, Aries. Let's see, Aries. Let's see. What's in store for Aries? I have to put on my got to get my electricity, or else my poor computer will shut off. Okay, thank goodness I saw that, or else my computer would shut off. Aries, Aries, Aries. There you go. Aries, Aries, Aries. April for Aries. This supermoon is really powerful, ladies and gentlemen, Aries friends. It is one powerful moon. I know you're feeling it, Aries. I know you're feeling it. There's the moon card right there. There is the Ace of Wands, and there is the Lover's card. You know, there is, you know, you'll be damned if you do, you'll be damned if you don't. There's a changeable quality to the way you see and consider relationships in general, and a relationship in specifically speaking. And the nature of the decision to be made in your eyes is whether you want to go forward or not. And 90% of you says, but I know it's meaningful, but I know it's meaningful. There is that 10% that says to you, Aries, but it's just not right. There's something not right. Let's take a look. And there you go. And there you go. And all right, so I'm going to give it, you know, shoot from the hip. I'm going to give it straight to you, Aries. Not mincing words. There's this fear card. Are we fearful, Aries? Is it a matter of fear? Are you afraid of getting hurt? Are you afraid that you're not going to be able to give? Are you afraid that you are going to ruin your life? That you will just merge into another person and completely change your qualities? This is the World card. It is a relationship it has a very strong bond, and this is the Strength card. This is a relationship that's not going to go away. This is a person that's not going to go away. For those of you who are not involved in a relationship, it looks like the matter here has to do with a very, very important contract that you're interested in, a relationship in any case involving another person in business, another person who has either your interests in mind, your best interests in mind, not your best interests, but there's a relationship with a person here that is frightening you out of your wits. And let's take a look and get down to the bottom of it, because, you know, I talk fear. I'm saying fear, but I do see you as going about your business every day. It's not that you're crying day in and day out. No, it probably comes out exactly at night. You either dream about them, have strange dreams, and you just can't understand what those dreams are about. And our anxiety in relation to this person comes out that way. But all during the day, you are like you've always been. You know? Have your ideas, you're working, productive. Now, let me take a look at that moon, because the moon card is always a card that's difficult to read. It always hides things. And what's it hiding? I'm hearing the deluge. The deluge is like a tower card. And nanambuklu. This is it's as if you need to avoid the tower situation by coming and communicating face to face and giving a peace offering. There needs to be a peace offering. You may not want to do that because you feel that they are the ones that should be doing the offering. Okay, let's see. Let's see what will happen if you don't. All right, so let's see if you don't. If you don't, what will happen? Let's see. Okay, look, if you don't, we have Marie Laveau, very important card in this deck, a very important spiritual leader, Marie Laveau. Many of you may know who she is in the world of voodoo, like the High Priestess, and Père Josimbi Le Flambeau. What happens if you don't? If you don't, she is equal. Marie Le Flambeau is just like the moon. She hides things, and she's not going to tell us, but there definitely is going to be something of a change with that person. Definitely a change. Let me see if I can get out of these cards what literally is going to happen. Let's see. Okay. All right. That person may have a lot of air in their charts, or be an air sign. It could be a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius, because I see that coming. Ogun le Flambeau is that energy. And Gambois, I'm looking at something that is so fearful for you, but it's something that's coming very fast, very fast, very fast, very fast, because that person wants you. They want you with a passion. And even if you don't come forward, it is going to happen. It is going to happen. Let me take the runes here. I'm afraid to take the runes after I'm just hearing all that. Let's see. Okay. Okay, what do we have here? Now, what in the month of April, this is not going to play out. The idea of them coming right to your door and just whisking you up and say, hey, you know, that's not going to happen. This is all the energy behind the scenes are going to occur. This is Merkstave. This is Björkbergana Merkstave. We do have Ingvats, though. And Ingvats talks about the beginning of light at the end of the tunnel with this month. You will, and they caution you to remain the person who you are. Be who you are. Think with your head. Never give too much, or never not say something that you need to say to that person, calling them out or whatever. You need to speak your mind. Then we have Urus, and Urus is an interesting rune in this context here, Aries. Urus tells us that there's something here that you can't avoid. It's unavoidable. Unavoidable is the notion of you having to speak your mind. And that is what's going to make the relationship stronger with this Strength card. It's actually that which is going to make it stronger. I really do hope this was of help to you, Aries, and all of you lovely people that stayed with me the whole time. Do write to me under the video and let me know how it resonated, what you think, what you thought. And I believe today is Wednesday. I can't remember. Being on lockdown, you never know what the days are. Wednesday, right? And I have Saturday and Sunday. There's something going on. I can't remember. Well, yes, there's a question and answer. There's a Q&A. There's a Q&A on Saturday, and Sunday I'll be channeling Bob Marley. Namaste, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. It was a pleasure. This is it in, I believe, in Arabic. Bye-bye. And until we read together again, bye-bye.